The snare drum is a popular percussion instrument. It is used in concert band, drum corps, and marching bands. The snare drum is also the center drum in a drum set used for fills or simple beats. When learning percussion, the snare drum is often learned first. The snare drum is a short cylindrical drum composed of two heads and a set of snares. One head is found at the top. This is where you strike the drum. The other head is at the bottom alongside with the snares. Snares are short metal strings that stretch across the bottom head of the snare drum. The snares can be tightened or loosened to make different pitches. The snare drum itself can be made from different types of materials such as aluminum or wood. The snare drum can be played by striking the top with a drumstick or other forms of beaters. When using a stick, the drummer can make sound by hitting the head, the shell, or the rim. Sound is made by the snares vibrating against each other at the bottom head. The snare drum is part of the percussion family. The body is made of either metal or wood. The top and bottom both have heads. The metal snares are located at the bottom of the head. The snare drum descended from a medieval drum called the tabor. The tabor was made up of a single gut snare strung across the bottom. This type of drum was used for war. It was usually accompanied by a fife or a pipe. Tabors were not always double-headed. Not all of them had snares too, which gave the drum a low bass sound. By the 15th century, the size of the snare drum increased. Around the 15th-16th century, the simple drum was made deeper and carried along the side. Further developments appeared in the 17th century, with the use of screws to hold down the snares, giving a brighter sound than the rattle of a loose snare. During the 18th century, the snare drum underwent changes that would improve its sound. Then around the 20th century, metal snares were introduced, giving us the snare we know of today. The snare drum doesn't have much of a musical range compared to other instruments. There are different types of snare drums though, giving them different sounds. The marching snare drum has more snares and a thicker drum head, giving it a tight, high-pitched sound. The concert snare has a thinner or looser head, giving it a lower pitch. I've been playing the snare drum for about 5 years now and really enjoy it. I like percussion in general due to the fact that it is the heart of the music. It's what usually keeps the beat. Without the snare drum sets wouldn't be near the same. The snare drum is very important for the basic rock and hip-hop beats. The snare drum keeps the music interesting.